Hey guys, I'm not a morning workout person, but past Allie thought doing Pilates on Monday morning would be a vibe, so I've been forced to awaken, and let's go to class. Good morning, welcome to finals week. I have 2 exams this semester. One of them is anatomy and then one of them is general content that we've learned throughout the term. I've generally kept up this semester and I've already started studying, but I thought I'd bring you guys along for the last 3 days of prep. I picked up this bagel on the way home and I'm going to quickly eat it before heading to campus because I'm actually meeting a friend to go through all the anatomy labs. That's mainly what I was focusing on this weekend, and I'm just going to be doing like my flashcards related to it on the bus ride there.
Wish us luck.
I just meal prepped some pasta for lunch. Anatomy earlier was pretty quick and straightforward. We just went through the different labs and then quizzed ourselves on potential questions that we could be asked. It's currently 2 o'clock. My friend just actually asked me to join her to study, but look how rainy it is outside. I have no desire to be walking out there right now. So instead, I'm just gonna sit at my desk for the rest of the day. I'm like midway through like the 3rd week right now, and there's 7 in total. So I'm just gonna see how much I can get done.
Take a look out the window. Spirit goes up as the rain falls down. I've been sailing on the wrong course, keeping it together like I did before.
It's 3 hours later and I just finished going through the lectures, but I'm not feeling too confident. Like, we're definitely gonna have to re-review this week. Now I have a meeting with some of my friends. We're supposed to be doing like a virtual book club where we talk about a book that we read for the month, but everyone was so busy this month, no one actually read the book. So we're just like chatting and catching up instead.
Some days I can't get out of my bed. Some days I'm waking up on the wrong side of my head, and I got all these eyes on me, staring at me through my screen. Most nights I just can't wait to lie down. So tired from my thoughts that keep on swirling.
I've talked about this so many times, but this lecture tracker is what is keeping me organized. It's just an overview of my progress thus far with all the lectures this semester, and today I was hoping to review this week as well, but it just hit midnight and I feel like nothing more can go into the brain. So instead, I time blocked out my day and scheduled it in there for tomorrow. Good morning, it is almost 10 a.m. Stacy's coming to pick me up and we're gonna go check out a new cafe on Main Street together. I wear this in like every other video, but top is brandy and bottoms are Abercrombie. Good morning. Oh, you been? I finished up the week that I was working on yesterday and also did some editing at the cafe. I'm gonna take a little study break and go on a run before it gets dark outside. It is 10 o'clock now and I just finished going through all the lectures for this semester. At the end of last year, I actually made a video on how I study, and that process works great, but I had to switch it up for this semester, for the final at least, because I've decided to take STEP. And if you're unfamiliar with what that is, it's basically the first exam in a 3-part process of getting medical licensure in the United States. And I'll definitely talk about this more in a future video, but in short, I just want to keep my options open for future training. On Reddit, it said that studying for STEP takes on average around 500 hours. So I'd rather use the free time that I have now to study for it rather than the free time that I have in clerkship and residency, where I'm already going to be working so many hours in a day. Since I just started studying for STEP, I've only done like almost 1 block so far. I decided to do renal because we have 2 renal weeks on this exam, and for those 2 weeks I'm feeling pretty good because I've been doing like active recall for that for the past little while. But the other 5 weeks, to be honest, like I don't really know what I'm doing. I feel like I got a good grasp on things in terms of physiology and concepts, but I want to test my active recall for stuff like treatment guidelines, pharmacotherapy, and clinical presentations. So that's what I'm gonna give future Allie tomorrow to worry about. But for now, I'm gonna work on studying for the lab exam, which is the first one. I've made some anatomy cards, so I'm just gonna go through the labs, do some radiology practice, and yeah, that's honestly probably gonna take me until midnight, so.
I don't wanna make my bed, I save up all my energy. Instead you take up all the energy I have inside.
Yesterday we were in the anatomy lab and Kenzie thought the kidney was the liver.
I held up a kidney to Mina and I said, because there's kind of some fat in the kidney, and I said, do you think this patient has fatty liver disease?
And I was like, that's a kidney.
And I think that just sums up how well this week is going.
Last night I had really poor sleep quality. I didn't sleep for that long, and I also woke up like 3 or 4 times throughout the night. It felt like my brain never really rested and I was just thinking the whole time. Honestly, this week has just not been great in terms of like sleep. I feel like every day I wake up feeling not rested, so I have caffeine, but then I can't fall asleep, and then the cycle just repeats itself. I'm spending a couple extra minutes today just like getting ready and doing my makeup because hopefully like the look good, feel good thing will come true, and today's the last day of studying and I need it to be productive. So I'm hoping this will help me feel better.
This is my go-to app to study anatomy. I've talked about it before. I'm pretty sure it is paid, but I trialed it during my undergrad and it was really helpful. Basically, there's lots of different system views and you can also look at it by region. So for example, I'm studying the muscular system and I'm going to do the knee. The majority of our lab exam is focused on the MSK anatomy of the lower limb. So I find that this is helpful to see like which muscles are closer to the outside, which ones are deeper inside, as well as to see where exactly they attach. And there's functions like you can search for a muscle. So for example, right now I'm trying to look for where this one is. And then it will just show you where it is on the model, which I really like because I find it's easier to learn when I have this visual.
I know the contract is still obviously pending.
Wait, literally this whole time I thought we were going to be tested on embryology, but I just checked my email to confirm which lectures I had to review. And it's not even the lectures that I thought, it's just the corresponding lectures to the labs, which I've already studied. So
I wake up, I don't wanna make my bed, I'll save up all my energy. Instead you take up all
I just finished going over radiology, so now let's switch the study location.
and I can't find a way to just ignore it, and I can't really take it anymore, 'cause I can't stop you from running around through my mind. Won't stop running, never will. I'll take some melatonin pills this
I just got back home from yoga and I gotta say it's my favorite type of workout to do before an exam. I think that when I'm flowing through the movements, my thoughts shift away from stress and anxiety that I have around writing the final into more so how my body feels. So it's a great way for me to clear my mind, shift my focus, and just take a step back before getting back into studying, because that's what I'm gonna do now. Earlier today, I re-reviewed the first 2 of the 7 weeks. So those 2 weeks, I'm like done, don't need to look at it anymore. Tonight, my goal is to do 1 more. It's sort of ambitious. I really want to be in bed by midnight, so we'll see how it plays out.
Arguing again, arguing about something so simple. Make it clear, tell me why you're running back to him. Feeling insecure, feeling like there's more to your character. Every tear that you cry is worth it in the end. But baby, tell me.
It might be time for me to start gatekeeping my favorite cafes because I'm literally sitting outside right now with my drink waiting for someone to leave. I got this beautiful matcha latte. So good. I don't even know if you guys can hear me over the noise of the traffic, but overall the exam this morning was pretty decent. The first part of it was anatomy, and there's 1 or 2 questions where I was unsure, but the rest of them I got straight off the bat. So I'm feeling pretty confident on that overall. And then the second part of it is like, and for the second part, which is radiology, I knew everything that I studied, but there was a couple select questions where I'm like, I know this is not covered this term, and I had to draw on external knowledge as well as past knowledge to answer those questions, which is unusual because I find that they're typically really good at creating questions that draw from the learning objectives. So I just made some best guesses, and talking to my classmates, everybody had the same experience and we put the same answers. So finger crossed that they're right. Today's gonna be another long day of studying because I still have 5 weeks to go through. So I'm just gonna stay here for as long as I can focus, hopefully do 2 or 3 weeks before I head home.
If I could ever turn back time and do it all again, you know that I would, you know that I would. And if I could live it every night and do it all again, you know that I would, you know I would. You and I loved so softly like.
It is now 6:30. I finished 3 weeks and we have 2 more to go. I just came home to drop off my stuff because I actually have to go run some errands and maybe pick up dinner. Tomorrow after the exam, I'm celebrating 2 of my friends' birthdays, so I need to go grab some candles as well as sprinkles for the cake. I originally wanted to go back to Jaybird again today, but nothing really worked out with my schedule, so a walk it is. Here's an update on my spreadsheet that I showed you at the beginning of the video. So here is just where I've been tracking all that I've been studying and then things that I still want to quickly review tonight. And you can also see that I finished a lot of my tasks already, and all I really have to do is finish those 2 weeks and then everything here will be done as well. How I've been setting up my studying is splitting my screen like so. And then on one side here I have like really concise summary notes from the different weeks, and then on the other side I have the objectives for this semester. As I'm going through the objective list, I'll write down like really simple short form answers for some of the objectives where I might have to do some more thinking or it's a more complex topic. And I try to limit each week to 1 page, so it's really just like key things that I always forget or that I just want to practice like recalling. And then for some of the weeks, I've also been creating custom study sessions on Anki. So I got this big deck that lots of medical students use to study for STEP from Reddit. And then in that deck, all the cards are sorted by tags. So I've been filtering through all the different tags and selecting the ones that are most relevant to what I'm studying and creating something called a custom study session where I can solely study those cards. And it's a bit time consuming to find the exact tags that I want, but it's a great way to do like this flashcard active recall without having to make my own cards. I feel like every other med student YouTuber who loves Anki, but truly it's been such a game changer in my studying. I've definitely gotten way more efficient, which saves me a lot of time and also helps with long-term recall instead of just like memorizing just for a test. I just texted my friend that I've hit the point where I'm starting to feel like nothing that I'm studying now is actually going to help me on the test, so maybe I should just like give up. But I do still want to go through the last 2 weeks, so that's what we're gonna do.
One boy and 2 girls. The third type of biggest is evolution. How do you evolve? We're going to move on as we program this.
half asleep after taking my melatonin studying osteoporosis. Like I put so much effort into all of their weeks, and then I did that for like 15 minutes last night.
I think that was the highest
probably the highest yield, yeah.
I feel like they tested the first 2 weeks a lot, and the rest of the weeks like not really.
No.
Like even like DBT or like,
No.
I thought they were asking more like coagulation stuff.
Yeah, I was like, why did I spend all that time memorizing the pathways?
Same.
Why didn't ask me one question about INR?
True.
Can I stick this in your hand?
Sure. It's pretty cute.
Okay, wait, why is this cake actually a thing? Like everybody. What?
Yay, homemade. We are officially done with the first semester of second year. I know me and Kenzie were chatting a little bit about the test earlier, but upon some further reflection, I think it pretty much went how like a typical test goes. There's bound to be a couple of questions where I don't know, or I'm unsure of my answer, but I feel like I flagged the same amount of questions, and overall it felt like the same level of difficulty as normal. I'm mainly just super happy that it's finished because now I can just relax for the rest of the break, and I'm actually gonna go home and see my family tomorrow. We just had like a little early birthday lunch, and I have a busy afternoon planned actually. I need to deep clean my space. I want to get my nails done. My friends and I are going for drinks, and we're also doing some early birthday gifts at my house before a class social. I don't know how much I'll vlog for the rest of today, but thank you so much for coming along with this week's study vlog. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give it a like and subscribe down below because I'll be making a lot more in the new year. And yeah, enjoy this little montage from the rest of my day.
You just glossy, I ain't trying to keep it consistent.
Hey, open your eyes.
I want it. Just let it
Why do we have to close our Oh, like that's the drama. Just because we intended dramatic. Yeah.
Oh mama, I want it, I want it. Oh, why you acting like you gotta wait for it, honey? I know I've been in your head like shea butter, honey. You go out and tell your friends that we ain't none. They be in the group chat knowing that it ain't 100. Tell your ex-man brush up on his openers, cause I'm in California trying to put you where the ocean is. Hit the text late like you just now opened it.